Welcome to Hurst Review, where your nursing dreams come true. Hey, future nurse, congratulations on taking the first step to NCLEX success. Do you remember how excited you were when you first got into nursing school? Well, get ready for even more excitement because you are about to join thousands of nurses that can say, I took Hurst and passed the NCLEX. Let me show you all of the great things that you have in your Hurst account. By first setting your test date, we can optimize your chances for success. In the My Schedule tab, you can customize even further by determining how many weeks and days to study. To receive notifications, toggle the button and assign specific dates to your study plan. Then we have thousands of NCLEX practice questions in the QBank with NCLEX testing tips and strategies that are sure to help you pass. But wait, the most amazing content you have ever experienced is right here at your fingertips. Every lecture is created with exactly what you need to know for the NCLEX. Comprehensive, confidence-building, and strategy-focused content from start to finish. And if you think it couldn't get any better, it does. Check out the high-yield PDF documents found in the resource library. It has everything from pharmacology to infection control, growth and development, and more, all ready to download to your device. Last but not least, test your readiness for NCLEX with these Next-Gen readiness exams. These 4 exams mimic Next-Gen NCLEX in every way, from 85 questions to partial scoring. You will know exactly where you stand before you go to take the test. Your confidence will go up as the anxiety goes down with these great practice exams from Hurst. Every step forward is a win for making your nursing dreams come true. We know you got this. So let's make this experience fun and help you get that nursing license soon. Are you ready? Let's do this.
What's up, guys? This is AG with Hurst Review. I'm super excited to be here with you. We're just actually testing something out. So, this was not a planned live. We're just trying to test a few things out. So, first, hop in the chat or your comments and let me know where you're joining us from. Okay, just hop in your comments section. Let me know where you're joining us from today if you're joining in, whether it's Facebook, it's TikTok, YouTube. Just let me know where you're joining us from in the comments section. And while you guys are doing that, again, my name is Ashley. Everybody calls me AG. I'm the social marketing director and a faculty expert here at Hurst Review. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 16 years. I've been with Hurst Review for 11 years. And man, I love what we do here. Our goal is not only to make sure that you guys are ready to take and pass your NCLEX on your very first attempt, it's also to make sure that you're a safe nurse and that you get that license and you keep that license for your entire career. So I really love the fact that we are able to work with students and help them out in just such a wonderful way and be able to just prep you guys for everything that is coming your way. All right, and so what I want to do for you today is, again, we were just testing something out, but I think we should do a question while I'm here. Why not? Okay, and so I've got a question up here on your screen. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. And then when you think you know what's going on, I want you to hop in your comment section and give me what you think your best answer is there in the chat. Now, I'm not going to read this question to you yet. I will in a minute. But when you think you know what's going on, go ahead and hop in that chat box and let me know what you think the answer is. While you guys are thinking, this is live. That's not an ad. I saw somebody on TikTok ask that question. No, this is live. It's not an ad. And then what's up, 99 underscore lover girl? So you joining us on TikTok. Super glad. All right, I see some answers starting to come in on TikTok. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and let's start working our way through this. And just so you guys know that we do go live every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evening at 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna for the month of November. We're gonna add in an extra day for you guys. We're gonna go live 4 days a week, either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And you'll be able to see that schedule on our website under the free events. So that way you'll know exactly when we're going live. All right, so let's go through this question together. All right, so with this one, a client, they're 5 days post electrical burn, they state, I am feeling fine and I would like to go home. Why have I been here this long? And they just want to know, what's your best response to this? Okay, now let's talk about why I said it that way. Because they're not asking you to determine what some other nurse is thinking or what some other nurse is going to do. They're not asking you about just a random nurse. They're asking about you. You are the nurse. And so what you need to do is put yourself in every clinical scenario and just replace nurse with you, okay, yourself. It could be the charge nurse, that's you. It could be the nursing educator. That is not your teacher, that is you. And so always make sure that you put yourself in the role as the nurse. Now, if it ends up mentioning more than one nurse, like it says the nursing supervisor and then it says the nurse, you're the nurse in that situation. Okay, so there is a nursing supervisor outside of you, and then you would be the nurse. But if they only mention one, that's you. All right. Okay, so what would you do? What would you tell this client? Now, let me tell you why this type of question is very important. Educational questions like this, okay, this is all about education. Education questions are very important because if you teach the client the wrong thing, they could go home and do the wrong thing. If you teach the family the wrong thing, the family's going to go home and do the wrong thing, right? And in this situation, this is not really about something wrong going on. We don't ever want to lie to our clients. We want to tell our clients the truth, right? And this is a legitimate question, too. If you've been in the hospital for 5 days, I think you would want to know exactly why you're there. What's the real reason? Okay, so let's look at these and figure out what's going on. The problem is that my client had an electrical burn and they think that they feel perfectly fine, so why am I still here? What do you know about electrical burns that are different than just any other type of burn? That's the first thing that you have to think. Now, with the multiple choice question, what I like to do, and this is just a strategy that really works for me, but it also works for a lot of other people too, is if you can narrow this down by getting rid of your bad answers and narrowing it down to two that you have left, you got a better shot. As long as you just get rid of the completely wrong answers first. Now, there are some strategies that I'll use to help me narrow down. Do I see any limiting style words? And what limiting style words are things like always and never. I want you guys to think about nursing and healthcare. Are there very many times where something is always or never? No, I can only think about a handful of things that I would tell somebody never do or always do, right? Okay, I'm never going to give potassium IV push. That's one of those examples. That's a good one. But there's just rare times. Like I think I can use one hand and figure that out, right? Okay, so I see an option number one where it says bone damage always occurs, resulting in pathologic fractures. Okay, when somebody has an electrical burn, do they always end up with bone damage? Hey, somebody let me know in the comments. Does that happen? You probably know somebody that has experienced an electrical burn. Do they always have bone damage? No. Okay, that's right. No, they don't. They don't always have bone damage. That's not right. Okay, so I can't use that one because it's not true. Remember, just be very careful about those limiting style words. Okay? All right, well, then there's another one. Do you see where they've got always in option number 3? Okay, so let's read that one. Now, just remember, guys, just because they use a word like never or always, it doesn't automatically mean that it's wrong. You have to look at it. So look at number 3. Continuous EKG monitoring is always required. Okay, let's talk about that because it is required. It is a definite requirement. It is always required. So this technically would be true, but let's talk about why it's not. How long is is EKG monitoring required for with an electrical injury? What's the time frame for that? Because yes, they do have to be on a cardiac monitor, but for how long? It's only for the first 24 hours. Okay, and so what did it say in the question? It's not 24 hours, it's 5 days. They've been here. That's right. I see that comment there on TikTok. Hey, 12 to 24. I see 24. They're only supposed to be on it for 24. They've been here for 5 days. I can't look at them and say, well, we got to, continue to monitor your heart. That's not true anymore. If we didn't find anything after the first 24 hours, the heart is stable. So number 3 can't work, even though it technically was true. It just wasn't true for this long. Okay. All right. So that leaves us either option number 2 or option number 4. Okay. So let's look at both of these. Number 2 says vascular and nerve damage may cause organ failure. And then number 4 says infection is sometimes a delayed response. Okay. Well, guess what? Both of those things are true. But which one is true to this scenario? Because see, this is where it got a little confusing. 2, 3, and 4 were technically true statements. They're just time sensitive statements, meaning number 3 is no longer true because of the time frame, and number 2 and 4 are both true. But let me ask you a question. Look at number 4. Is your client still in the hospital because they might get an infection? Because yes, they could get an infection from having an electrical burn. That is always a possibility. And yes, it is sometimes a delayed response. But are you keeping them there that long, just going, okay, you didn't get an infection today, but maybe on day 6. Maybe on day 6 is the day we're going to see that infection happen. Oh, not today? Well, then let's keep you another day and see if it happens on day 7. Absolutely not. We're not doing that, right? Okay, because think about it. The longer they stay in the hospital, the more likely they are to get an infection, right? Right. That's just basically saying I'm going to keep you here until you get one. No, I need you to go home so that way we can limit the chance that you get an infection. Option number 4, while technically true, is not the correct answer for this question. The correct answer is number 2. Vascular and nerve damage may cause organ failure. And so what we're doing is we've kept you here this long to monitor for any signs of organ failure. Now, guys, at this point, okay, in a few days, if I don't see anything else, they're getting discharged because that lets us know that those organs are working just fine. Specifically, what I'm really worried about is the heart, the kidneys, and the brain. Those are the 3 that I'm really, really just trying to pay attention to. And yes, that could take just a little bit longer for us to see. So that vascular and nerve damage doesn't always just automatically appear. So yes, I would keep them for longer a period of time to watch for number 2 versus anything else that I could see going on. All right, friends, we just again we're testing this out. We wanted to see how a new feature would work. There is a new feature coming soon to our lives, and we'll share more about that soon. But for now, what I definitely want to do is I'm going to give you guys a code. Now, for those of you who can see it, I am going to put it in the chat feature. And then if it does not pop up in the chat feature for you. Okay, it's showing that it appeared on YouTube. It's working its way on Facebook. It did appear there. I'm going to manually put it in for my friends over here in TikTok land. Give me just a second. I'm working on it. And it's not going to come from Hurst Review. It's going to show up from me personally because I can't monitor our TikTok through our direct channel. So if you see Ashley post something, that's me. Hey, free 2025 is your code that you can use, guys. Okay, make sure that you go and take advantage of that. It'll get you up to $40 off the review of your choice. Again, thank you just for hanging out with us. I saw a lot of y'all join in. Y'all like, what's going on? Like, this is not a planned live for those of you who keep up with our schedule. We just wanted to make sure that you guys had something while we were testing this out. So please, you can utilize that code whenever you need to. Again, it'll take up to $40 off the review of your choice. Hey, but just so you guys know, because today is Tuesday, tonight we will be back going live. So if you want to join us at 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time on just TikTok. So if you're joining us from Facebook or if you're joining us from YouTube, we will not be live on those platforms tonight. We will be live only on TikTok tonight. So if you want to come back at 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll do an entire question set, not just one question. All right, guys, I'm going to stick around just in case you guys have questions. If you've got any questions, I want you guys to let me know in the chat. You can ask those questions right there on your comment section, no matter where you are, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. So again, I'll stick around for just a few more minutes trying to pay attention to your questions. And if I see any, I'll answer those. But if not, y'all can peace out. Thank you again for hanging out with us. Okay, but if you've got a question, I'm your girl. I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability. All right, I don't see any questions just yet. I'll share one more thing with you guys and then I'll log off. Just might give you guys some time to formulate your questions if you have it. I, just to share, I know this might be a slight overshare, but I am or was a struggling nursing student. I failed my first semester of nursing school by 0.2 of a point. I had to take my dosage calculations exam the max number of times. The predictor exams that they make you guys take, the ones that kind of give you an idea if you're going to be successful in the NCLEX, I did not pass a one of those. I did not pass any of those. I had to do remediation all the time. Every time that we had one of those, I was having to do mandatory remediation. And I was afraid that when I got to the end of nursing school, I was going to graduate but not pass the NCLEX. So our school utilized another product that is not Hurst Review, but they did allow Hurst Review to come to campus and host a review on campus for us, for those who wanted to take it. And when I tell you that the majority of my class decided to take that review, we just about sold out the room. And I took that review, and in 3 days, I knew more than I think I had ever learned in nursing school. Things that never stuck before were sticking. The process was very easy. It's a step-by-step review. It was a step-by-step review for me then, years ago. It is still a step-by-step review. And I passed my NCLEX on my very first attempt, even with all of those things that happened to me in nursing school. And so I'm here just telling you personally, from personal experience, that Hurst Review really does work, whether you struggled your way through nursing school or you didn't. Everybody needs an NCLEX review because the NCLEX is a totally different thing than anything you've ever done in nursing school. And so I used Hurst Review as a student and I passed. It worked for me. And I am super excited for anybody that takes it because I know it's going to work for you too. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. But again, don't forget that code that I shared with you there in the comments. You can use that at any point. And we will see you again tonight. So if you want to come back again at 8:45 p.m. Central Standard, just on TikTok, we'll see you then. All right, guys, until next time, y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tonight. Bye bye.